We are back with another video. The GOAT is back. Not Ty, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Ty.
We telling me.
Do you know what? Do you know what's even better? How funny is it, yeah, that we don't normally go live at this time? Obviously, normally we do like 5 o'clock. And then today, obviously, I've got things going on and that. I was like, oh, babes, let's go live earlier. And we go live earlier. And you were literally like, yeah, let's go live earlier. Something might come out. Literally, Ronaldo flies back in the morning. All the news is dropping. It's like, it's worked out perfect for you. It's your dream day.
I did say last week, I think Ronaldo's coming back this week.
Yeah.
Remember the group chat? I was like, you know, as soon as Ronaldo started posting the pictures with that, the little United shorts and stuff.
Yeah.
He's definitely coming back, innit? But
and
now,
also, it makes sense because obviously they've flown back from the tour as well, innit?
Because I don't look at the new signings. The new signings didn't go on tour either. So like, there was no point that Ronaldo goes in it if he did have family issues like last week, for example, innit? We'll talk about everything. But before we get started, make sure you guys like the video. Subscribe to Trafford Tunnel. The link is in the title because he's going to be going live after this. So make sure you guys support him as well.
Big up.
But anyway, why is Fergie there? Like we said it, I think the reports have come out now. Fergie is there for a scheduled board meeting, innit? David Gill's also there.
And I was told this morning. Obviously, I couldn't even tweet it, but I was told this morning Fergie's not there. Anything in relation to Ronaldo, this Arnold and Ferguson and David Gill's there as well. I believe I was told this morning, and Richard Arnold. It's all there as part of a board meeting that was scheduled a few months ago. I can say it now because it's come out. Yeah, so that's 100% nothing to do with Ronaldo. Ronaldo is there, also Jorge Mendes. Two different things going on, but it's just coincidental that Martinez is there, Eriksson, all the board, and Ronaldo and Mendes now.
Like I think as soon as I saw Brian Robson, I said it's not to do with Ronaldo, and I think I sent you a message saying, yeah, this is probably like media dues or something, innit?
Yep.
Because obviously Brian Robson does work for MUTV and stuff.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, like you think Brian Robson's really convincing Ronaldo to stay? It's not to do with Ronaldo, innit? As much as like everyone loves Ronaldo, Ronaldo has a massive influence. Listen, Ronaldo's mind is not going to be made up by what Brian Robson tells him. It's just
exactly that. And do you know what? Yeah, even if say if it was, big up, Jasmine. I don't see him in the comments before. Big up. We'll talk about how we're feeling anyway on the show. Don't worry, man. Big up everyone that's watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. It's the 100th show. Actually, it's the 100th show for Baines, by the way. 100th today. So we're landmarking it, man. Do you know what it is, Bainesy? Yeah. I think with the Alex Ferguson link, for me, I'm glad that it's not part of the Ronaldo saga, because I think for me, what it would have been is like, why is he always getting involved in the Ronaldo drama, especially when last year, obviously, remember, he didn't play against Everton, and then obviously he comes off the bench, and then they're like, oh, start your best players. So for me, I just think, do you know what? Like, if it is coming out what's true, obviously, his questioning it. If it's true that what's coming out, of course, and what I've been told as well, that they're there for a board meeting that was scheduled months ago because they returned from the preseason tour, then that's perfect. That's what it is. And Umar, I'm not going to lie to you, like, no disrespect to Zishan, he does great work. I only tweet and I only say what comes from my most trustworthy person, which has never been wrong. He said that Ronaldo this morning, he said literally this morning that Ferguson is not part of the Ronaldo chat.
And I think Laurie Whitworth came out and said it as well, innit?
Oh, there you go.
Like, who trusts him more, Laurie Whitworth or Zishan in the nicest possible way? You're trusting that guy that works for the Athletic, innit?
That's it. No one's more trustworthy than even the Athletic if Laurie's saying it. So yeah, honestly, I was told the same thing. They're not part of it. And I think that's a good thing, Bainesy, because I actually think, and I think you'd agree, yeah, because my question for you was like, as a Man United fan, yeah, because obviously this is about Ronaldo returning, he brings Jorge Mendes back with him, who's his agent, and we know that Jorge Mendes does not fly around for the sake of it. There's a big meeting going on today, whether Ronaldo stays and they know his role, or he triggers an extension, or he's going to plan to leave the club and he wants a club to come in for him. But for me, I'm cool with Mendes coming in and doing that as his agent. Are you happy that, as a Ronaldo fan, that even Ferguson's not involved in this and you're just seeing, right, Ronaldo and his agent are dealing with this, rather than Ferguson chipping in with his 5 pence, probably pushing him to stay if he was, but surely you'd rather Ronaldo go in there and be like, right, I'm going to sort this out with my agent. I don't need Ferguson trying to chip in.
Like, I'll be honest, like, in the nicest possible way to Sir Alex, and everyone knows, like, Sir Alex loves Ronaldo and stuff, and obviously I love Ronaldo, but it's tenhag's decision. It's tenhag, Ronaldo. Like, tenhag's the manager, not Sir Alex. Like, in the nicest possible way, Sir Alex Ferguson is going to be watching games, just like us.
Yeah.
He's not going to have a decision on terms of who tenhag pays and stuff. So like if the club want to try convince Ronaldo by bringing in Sir Alex, let's be honest, it's not going to help, and clearly he's not for that kind of thing, innit?
Doesn't help. And why would the club want to do that when you're moving forward? Like, by the way, guys, if you just locked in, Ferguson is not part of this talk with Ronaldo today. We're talking about if he was and stuff. Like, if he was, for me, that would be the wrong move anyway, because if Ten Hag's building his team, and we're talking about what Ralph Rangnick said last year about, you know, keeping players that want to be at the club, you don't want to be forcing someone to stay just because their name is Ronaldo. Do you get what I mean? So for me, it's down to Ten Hag. It's down to, you know, Ronaldo to say he wants to stay. But if he does want to go, Baines, like, and he comes in today and a report comes out tomorrow, or it comes out in 2 days' time that Ronaldo said to the club, I want to leave, and they want to find the best solution. Are you happy to accept that?
No, I've said this. I think today Ronaldo goes in and says he wants to leave, innit?
That's why you think why Mendes is there?
Yeah, like that's my general opinion. I think Ronaldo comes back. He's like, don't get me wrong, he's going to train and stuff, but I think the overall thing is going to be in this meeting, he wants to leave. Okay. That's just my general opinion. I think Ten Hag will obviously try to convince him because Ten Hag is clearly a massive fan. Ten Hag has a plan for him. Ten Hag's spoken very highly of him. But that's it. Like, I still don't think the situation will be resolved today.
Yeah,
because I still think from now, like as this week carries on, I think Ronaldo will train now.
Yeah, he should. I think he should. If he's there today for the meeting, he should train tomorrow. That's what I would think. That's what I personally think. Like, from it, yeah, him coming back, you're happy. Obviously, you see him there and you want him to be the number 9 and so forth for the season. What would be like your best outcome? Because for me, yeah, the best outcome from this whole situation, and I know that people love Martial. I love Martial more than anyone does. I want Martial to start the season as the number 9, like 100%, because I think he's played for Ten Hag over preseason and he's got the football. But if you ask me for my ideal solution for the club, Ronaldo stays. I don't mind. Like, people think, oh, like, I don't like Ronaldo. It's not that. It's actually away from football. Ronaldo scores more than 98% of other strikers or 99% of strikers out there. You've got 2 different type of footballers, yeah? Martial, a team player, makes everyone else tick more. You probably get more goals as a team contributing for Martial. Ronaldo, it's a bit more about him, but he's a natural goal scorer. He can score in big moments. He's a bit more of a number 9 in terms of getting across the box and the front man. If we've got 2 different types of forwards and we need that depth, I'm happy to have that 100 million%. I'll take that over Scamacca and other options. The problem for me with the Ronaldo situation, Baines, which I've been clear on, is Ronaldo happy at 37 when after, you know, the last 3 months of the season, we saw hip issues coming in? If he's able to adapt himself and say, do you know what? I know it's a World Cup year, but I want to maintain my body. I want to keep fresh. I'll do what I've done at Real Madrid. I won't play every game. I'll rotate. And, you know, I'm happy to be a squad player because he will still score 20 goals a season, which you need. He still will be a different option to Martial, who's a team player, and I do prefer Martial as a player. But in terms of Ronaldo, I get what he brings. It's hard to replace. It's just whether Ronaldo, Baines, and this, me and you were debating for hours this morning. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to save it for now. Whether Ronaldo himself, because you know what he's like about himself mentally, if he's willing to accept that change, do you think he is? And I want to ask you in a comment. Like, do you think he can change people?
I don't think that's not much on Ronaldo. You know, I think it's on Ten Hag. Because we've seen what Zidane could do with Ronaldo, control his ego.
And he did it, and he accepted it. But Zidane is probably one player that can tell any player in the world, Messi or Ronaldo, not I'm bigger than you, but I've done everything you wanted to do.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's a lot on if the club can manage his ego. Like, that's what I think the biggest thing is. Like, let's be honest, everyone knows Ronaldo has a bit of an ego, innit? Like his winning mentality, call it whatever you want. But if someone bigger than him can control him to an extent, I think it's fine. Even that, for example, Juve, like to an extent, they had like the Italian senior people in the dressing room kind of controlling Ronaldo to an extent, didn't it? At United, the problem is over the last year, we haven't really had anyone controlling Ronaldo. Ronaldo can do what he wants. He's the biggest guy, kind of thing. Now, don't get me wrong, he's always going to be the biggest guy.
Baines, can you hear that drilling outside?
Nah.
If you do, let me know because someone's cutting grass outside, innit?
Calm.
Yeah, bless.
I think let's see what Ten Hag does in it. Because let's be honest, Ten Hag so far from what we've seen does seem like that stern character. We've seen what he done with a player that came late in the morning to, I think, what was it, breakfast or something, and punished him.
Yeah.
So if he's doing that with certain other people, surely then, even though, let's be honest, Ronaldo will get some special treatment whether people like it or not, let's see how he deals with that kind of thing, innit?
And this is sorry, that comment's cracking. What someone said, trying to be like the bald Martial with a haircut at the bottom. And I was just thinking of you. Do you remember when you were like, yeah, what excuse is going to come up for Martial now? This, the bald version.
NHS Martial.
Oh, but big up Reborn. Big up everyone that's watching, by the way. Make sure you're subscribing and liking the video. This is Baines' 100th video. And then obviously Trafford Tunnel, I'm live there. Baines might come live with me anyway. I'm only going to do a 20-minute show. So Baines might even jump straight on after anyway. But yeah, man, do you know what it is? Like, you know, Ten Hag, yeah? You definitely can't hear this drilling, Baines.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, good. So in regards to Ten Hag, like this is the thing for me. Like with Ronaldo coming back, I just, you know, I was talking with, I think it was with you, and we're talking about rating Ten Hag pre-season out of 10, and you said 10 last week, and it's like, okay, so what challenges is he going to face? And we look at obviously Man United at the moment, and we know the midfield needs, like, we need two players at least in midfield. We know we need a forward, we need depth. So if you lose Ronaldo, then you need, you know, two players to come in and replace Ronaldo. If you keep Ronaldo and get Antony, then you've got a nice, you know, you've got 5 players there: Sancho, Ronaldo, Martial, Antony, and Rashford. That's 5, which you need for a squad for the season. My worry is, and if you said to me what my challenge is, I think it's Ten Hag managing Ronaldo, because he hasn't managed someone with an ego like this. He hasn't managed someone who's been there, done it, you know, won everything possible. Ten Hag is kind of a bit like where the Manchester United players are, where Sancho is, Rashford, Martial. They kind of still got leverage to improve. They still got leverage to get better. Ten Hag's on that cycle with him, which is why I think everything aligns with these players like Bruno Fernandes. Like, they all want to achieve more. Whereas Ronaldo is kind of the one where I want to still achieve more, but I have achieved what you're trying to achieve. And I just don't know if he has the power to do what's best for the football team, which is making a rotation player, to tell him that, you know, I want to use you wisely. I think the best outcome could be if them injuries, that happened to Ronaldo at the end of the season, where he was missing games because of his hip, have kind of given him a reality check. You know, when it happens, like Van Persie, when he signed for Man United, Van Persie, people don't know if they're a bit younger, Van Persie had to adapt his training methods. He trained like on his own sometimes. He had his own like regime just so Ferguson could keep him fit. And it's like, at Ronaldo now at 38 soon, like, do you adapt yourself? Do you play and rotate and you're happy to do that at Man United? Or is Ronaldo like, do you know what? I've got 2 years left at the highest level. I need to go and play at the best teams possible. I need to play in the Champions League. There's so many different like variables to it that like we're just sitting here talking about it.
I think
I just don't know if Ten Hag can do what's best for the team.
I think it's both. I think Ronaldo's going to need to humble himself in terms of you can't be a 38 game a season striker kind of thing, innit? Or a player as a whole. But then I also do think he wants Champions League football, which United can't provide right now. But how many other teams are going to take that risk on Ronaldo right now at 37 with his wage this late into the window? Because let's be honest, you sign Ronaldo, you're going to have to like shuffle your team to an extent, and just to fit him in to get the best out of Cristiano Ronaldo, innit? Which is why like teams are probably not willing to take that risk.
Do you think like if Ronaldo comes in, so let's say, Ronaldo's there right now. As we're speaking, Ronaldo is there right now. Nothing's come out. He's brought Jorge Mendes with him. And I'll be honest with you, if everything was comfortable, right, and everything was rosy, you would not need your agent. Because if anyone doesn't need an agent at Man United, Baines, I'm telling you now, it's Ronaldo. Ronaldo, if he's happy, he just comes back to training, he walks in happy Larry, has a chat with Ten Hag, and the world keeps going. Because like you said, Messi and Ronaldo, they're just two of them players. You probably say Mbappe as well, that can kind of do that. It's not right, but they have that aura to do that. Now, for me, bringing Jorge Mendes over with you means a serious discussion is being taken place today. And it's probably going to be 2 things. Ronaldo stays and they extend his contract for a year, or he's told him that he wants to leave. Now, if he's told him that he wants to leave, do you believe that Manchester United Football Club, because it's Ronaldo's decision, but also Man United have got to agree, do you believe Manchester United are going to be like, okay, at the end of the meeting, Ronaldo's decided he wants to leave, we've worked it out and we spoke about it, we're happy to sanction it? By the way, and the reason I ask that is because obviously up until today, they've repeatedly said he's not for sale.
I think if the right offer comes in, then United will be willing, innit? But at the same time, you need to realize Jorge Mendes is his agent. Like, people forget how big of an impact agents have in football. Do Manchester United really want to destroy that relationship with Jorge Mendes as well?
Yeah.
Because if the right offer comes in, you cannot stop Ronaldo then. Say, for example, you promise Ronaldo in this meeting saying if the right offer comes in, we'll let you go, and if the right offer comes in and deny it, that's on the club then. That makes the club look bad. The club are going to potentially ruin a relationship with a super agent in Jorge Mendes. Because let's be honest, we know how stubborn some agents can be. For example, what was it? Raiola didn't want to do like deals with, what was it, Pep for a bit.
Yeah.
And what Raiola was a super agent kind of thing, isn't it? So let's see. Like, I think the ideal situation is here. Ronaldo stays in my eyes because I still think he's a quality player, can offer 15 plus goals. He's hard to replace. And then say we also get Anthony, and maybe like I've said it. You see Memphis Depay. Like a lot of people like Memphis Depay. Yeah, I'm not Memphis Depay's biggest fan, and I'll be honest. Like, if I asked you, is he better than Martial? Some people can say yes, some people are going to say no. And Martial's a player that a lot of people are undecided on, innit? So I think that says a lot. If he's alone, I'm not mad in it. Alone, short term, like whatever, like short stopgap. Let's see how he does. If he performs to a good enough level, then you got an option to buy. If not, you just let him go, kind of thing. And obviously, it helps Barcelona with the wage problem. But we should not be buying people like Memphis Depay, in my opinion.
This is the thing, and this is what me and you discussed way before probably a lot of people did. We were looking at like potential strikers. Obviously, last summer United were linked with forwards, and we were talking about like the football of today, like the dying breed of strikers. There was the Benzemas, the Lewandowskis, the Agueros, the Suarezes. They're all a bit older now, and then you look at the Haalands, and you got the Mbappes. You could probably class a bit more as a winger now. Then it drops down to Vlahovic. Like after that, you've got your Victor Osimhen's, you've got your Jonathan David.
But do you not think they're making a comeback now?
Like, say again.
Do you not think that those sort of strikers are making a bit of a comeback? Because I was thinking this the other day. Like, don't you think like this slowly becoming a trend of teams wanting tall strikers? For example, Benjamin Sesko 6'4", Scamacca's tall. Darwin Núñez is what, 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, he is.
That do you know Stuttgart striker that people want, 6'7".
It's quite early to tell in terms of profile and their physical attributes. I do agree with you, but in terms of me thinking of like killer nines or like very good number nines right now that you could say I want to take up Manchester United to replace someone like Ronaldo. If you're talking like Benjamin Sesko and them type of players, like it's hard to fill you with confidence. Obviously, Victor Osimhen, Vlahovic, Haaland, like right now primed and ready, you'd say they're the most highest. But even in terms of them, though, I have reservations about Osimhen, even though he's a good striker, guys. When the strikers I've grown up on are so much better than people like Osimhen and Vlahovic, yet we're in an era right now where Haaland's the best striker, and then the drop off is Vlahovic and Osimhen's. Like they're good. I
like Benjamin Sesko though. I mentioned him before, innit?
Yeah, like you did, but you wouldn't probably take him as the Ronaldo replacement. Do you get what I mean? You might.
No, I said this before. Like my ideal summer would have been someone like Benjamin Sesko comes, we sign him, and then loan him out to Salzburg again for another year, because he's guaranteed first team minutes.
Not a replacement, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
But I said this yesterday. I will still take him over Memphis though. Because I said it, with Benjamin Sesko, you're buying a potential one of the best strikers in the world. You're buying what a player can be. With Memphis Depay, I feel like we kind of know his level kind of thing, innit?
Yeah, I hear it. And also you've got resale value. If it does go wrong, you know that obviously you could still definitely get a fee from a European club as well. It's a different type of profile. I'm not against it. One thing I do like about him is that he's got a very good technical ability for a tall striker. A lot of tall strikers, sometimes they're a bit languid with they're laboured with their feet, but his footwork's actually pretty impressive. He's like a bit of a mix of it's like Mandzukic and Broja put together. It's like a weird profile. Do you know what I mean? Because he can like link up play like Mandzukic can and stuff, but he also can like he can actually stretch his legs a bit in regards to like getting in behind and sort of like ball carrying. I just don't know if Man United would spend 50 million like they're wanting apparently on someone like Benjamin.
I said the max you go to is 40, innit? Someone said big up Baines and Ty. Agree with you on the Sesko point you made. I ran to show yesterday why get stopped that when you get Sesko and you could potentially play striker for 5+ years in United. And someone said, well, we have no numbers this season, makes no sense. Ideally, like this should be a club signing and it should not be a tenhag signing in my eyes, because I think you're buying potentially one of the best strikers in the world, isn't it? Same way how Tottenham bought Jed Spence. That wasn't a Conte signing. That was more of a club signing. Sometimes you just have to make those calls, innit? Ideally, Sesko, in my eyes, could play Europa League. I think he's good enough for that. Yeah. He's going to be playing Champions League this year with Red Bull Salzburg, so let's see how he does.
Yeah, that's good. Point.
And let's be honest. If you buy Benjamin Sesko, let's just say 40 to 45 million, you can still loan Memphis Depay in my eyes. There should not be any excuse not to.
So you could get both and have Memphis like a year.
Yeah, like that's why I say, like, what's the point of buying Memphis Depay? We know Barcelona's weight problems.
Yep.
You can get a Memphis Depay on loan because let's be honest, there's no guarantee Memphis Depay succeeds. Let's be honest, at Barcelona, he hasn't blown everyone away. What, you got 12 goals, I think it was, league goals? I think 4 of them were penalties or something.
Like, I think that's a great point.
I don't think how people are really convinced by Memphis Depay, or do they just like aesthetically he's a good player to watch?
Yeah. I hear you. Do you know what?
Because right now, if I asked you, is he better than Martial?
I think that's the best. That's one of so far. Look at it. Obviously, he's not better than Martial technically. Obviously, I saw a great turn in pre-season.
Who would you have? Memphis Depay or Martial?
Martial.
Exactly. So, do you think Memphis Depay is the level that we should be buying?
But
because say, for example, he flops.
Okay. But
no, I'm talking buying.
Buying. You're clever. Yeah, buying. Yeah. Low. So I fully can hands down agree with what you just said. That logic there makes sense. You could buy someone like Benjamin Sesko with a resale value, but also the potential to be a go on loan, stay at Salzburg for a year, and then come in and be a great option at 6'4" for the long term, and loan someone like Depay. And I think, like you said, the loan is a very good option because you're then not guaranteed to pay anything. You could have a loan of obligation to buy because if he does impress and he's at 28, 29 and you want to keep him for a year for squad rotation, then great. I look at Memphis, right? And if I take him on loan, I look at him a bit like Richarlison. And I'm not trying to say that they're the same players, by the way. I was saying this on a show the other day. I'm not trying to say that him and Richarlison are the same players. But with Memphis, like someone said in the comments, he's able to play up top and he can play out wide. And I'm not saying that he's the same dynamic player as he was when he was 21, 22. He is quite muscular and a bit more bulky now. However, with Memphis, you know that if you did put him on the left, he still has the ability to come inside, create, and he has got an intelligent brain. So, like with Memphis, I think it's a potential for low risk, high reward from a loan. And that's how I want to view it. And then I think the second side of it is that, like, if you don't get Memphis and you got someone like Sesko and we lost Ronaldo, the biggest worry for me is just the depth that Manchester United go into this season with. Like, we've already said it, like, you know, Rashford, you know, Sancho, Martial. Yes, it looks great on preseason and everyone's excited by what we could potentially do. So am I. But all it takes is one of them to get injured. We know Martial has muscular injuries quite a bit. Sancho, Rashford. Sancho, I think, is going to have a great season. However, Rashford, I'm not going to say you don't know what you're going to get from him, but you can't right now consistently know if you're going to get 8 out of 10s or not.
I think that's on every single player in this squad.
Yeah, no, that
is why we can't overreact from preseason.
But I agree. And Rashford, I hope, does get back to his best. But if you look at them three, without Ronaldo here, if he leaves the club, the drop off to Elanga, Ahmad, Pellistri, I'll be honest, like, I would be excessively worried, if that's even a word, because we're relying on 3 players to play 4 competitions, 50 games, World Cup year. Man United need 2 forwards right now. So, like, my biggest worry is not about Ronaldo and if he stays or goes. It's about who replaces him. And if he does stay, is he happy to rotate? And also, where are the signings coming in? Because Baines are like, we've seen it. We've watched pre-season. We've looked pretty good. But Elanga, Ahmad looks lightweight. Pellistri, let's be honest, he's going back on loan. Chong's not good enough. We're starving, bro. We're eating like we're literally eating the end of the loaf of the bread right now.
And someone said that, man, how can you turn your nose up at Memphis? He's literally the perfect stopgap signing for 2 years. That's what I said, loan. Like, we can't, like, for me, yeah, imagine spending 20, 30 million pounds on Memphis, and then if he doesn't bang, what do we do? We struggle to get him off our books, like we've done with a lot of players.
Yep.
We're not even trying to sign him.
How old is he now, Baines? How old is Memphis? 28,
I think. Yeah. So, like, we're not even, like, this guy, like, let's be honest, this is his peak now. He's going to be, like, I'm not going to say he's going to be on a decline straight away, but is he really going to go up from this massively? Which is why, like, loan, but let's be honest, man. Like, I don't know, man. I think Memphis is therefore, like, people just like aesthetically, innit? Like, I don't think people genuinely think Memphis Depay improves Manchester United massively. I massively disagree with that kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you know what? Like, randomly, I know he's not going to, by the way, I was thinking of this today, like, so random, off topic. If Patson Daka had stayed at Salzburg and had a good season this year, do you think United could have gone for someone like Patson Daka this summer? I know, by the way, we're not talking about him at Leicester and what he's done this year before that. And if he had stayed at Salzburg, I reckon we'd had another good season. Would someone like Patson Daka been like a forward you would have looked at for United this year?
Depends on how he does, isn't it?
No. But say what he done at Salzburg and then he had stayed there and potentially obviously would have naturally kicked on. Don't you think that today, right now, he would have been a type of forward we would have been discussing? I think he would have been. I was just thinking it randomly today, like who could have been and who could have been 12 months ago. And I was thinking Daka went to Leicester and he didn't get ahead of Vardy, but he would have stayed at Salzburg. And I guarantee that would have been a forward we would have probably looked at,
Yeah, probably. Well, just quickly, as someone said Depay's on a 1 year contract, how does loan work? You can still loan Memphis Depay even though he's on 1 year. Like, you just can't kind of thing. The thing is here, right now, Barcelona are not in the strong point with this. Barcelona's main thing is not about
loan to option to buy. I think would make more sense for everyone.
Yeah, that's what I said. Loan with an option to buy. But if we loan him for a year and we don't want to sign him, his contract finishes at Barca. Then it depends what happens there. We saw it with Dylan Levitt, for example. Dylan Levitt's contract finished this year. Then United extended it because they had another option, and then they sold him. But they still loaned him out, even though he had a year left on his contract initially, kind of thing, isn't it? So it does happen, kind of thing.
What's Franklin saying down there as well? It's not about improving United's first team. It's about improving our options. We have Elanga coming on. That's what we're saying. Yeah, that's what I was literally just saying before. If you've just joined in. By the way, let me just do something for you, Baines, because I need 200 watching. I want to see how many likes you're on. Baines, you're on 50 likes. Guys, we need to get this to 100 likes now, man. There's 165 of you watching. Please smash a like on this video. By the way, it's Baines' 100th video today. This is his 100th video, so let's get him to 100 likes. And subscribe to Trafford Tunnel as well. My channel's down there below. I'm going to be live for like only a quick 15-minute show after this as well. So big up everyone that's watching.
Is this it? I don't want to go for any plays from the Red Bull clubs. The whole model is about selling plays on hype, especially attacking plays, but making them look better to this league/system. I hear that, but then we've also got examples of Red Bull players performing to an incredible level. Like look at, for example, Christopher Nkunku this year. Look at Erling Haaland. Like we can't really ignore these. Like if anyone that knows anything about Benjamin Sesko, for example, I think
Sadio Mane come through the Salzburg thing.
Yeah, I think what was it? I'm pretty sure it's Wonder Kids, isn't it? They've done a list on terms of like the best youngsters in world football, isn't it? I think above Benjamin Sesko was Bellingham, Pedri, Musiala, and Florian Wirtz. Then it was Benjamin Sesko. That's how highly
he's rated that high.
Yeah, that's how highly he's rated. Like even when he went on, he went on loan to that Lingard team, like some second division Austrian team. I think it was.
Okay.
I think he was 16, 17 at that time, and I think he got over 20 goals. I think it was, or 15.
Okay.
So come on, man. Like say for example, you can say he's a low division.
Do you think this guy's going to the top then?
Yeah, like look at the way everyone speaks about him in terms of like the scouting people. From what I've seen, I think he looks good. Why not? Okay. Like apparently Real Madrid are also after him as a Benzema like understudy kind of thing. Not like directly like similar profile to Benzema, but in terms of having a backup striker or potential striker that they have just to sell get him on loan and stuff.
Luka Jovic has got Fiorentina now as well, isn't he?
So a lot of big clubs are after him, and I've always said this. Remember when Julian Alvarez things came about? People were dismissing it at that time because they didn't know him. Because they saw him performing for the Argentinian league and were dismissing him. The goalkeeping is not good. But now look at everyone now with Julian Alvarez. Everyone said we missed out.
Yeah, and apparently you looked quite bright as well in the first game.
Like you have to take these risks with a couple of youngsters, and I'm pretty sure United scouting have been heavily after a minute. Because I saw a report from, I think, one of the Austrian, media lot. Apparently, I think United 3 years ago made a £1.6 million bid for him.
Okay.
So clearly, this is a person that the scouting team had been heavily looking at. And let's be honest, like most scouting teams should be heavily looking at him kind of thing, and just because of how good he can be kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's interesting with the striker market, man, because it's always a little bit of a risk. And I think, do you know what? Like, if I was Manchester United, I see a comment there on the right from Mino at 145. And I'll be honest with you, Mino, I think this guy is probably one of the top of my list for Manchester United in terms of Ten Hag wanting a versatile forward. He likes his forwards to be versatile. He likes them to have energy. They'll be able to press. Felix has, in terms of what Ten Hag probably wants to do, Felix has it all. And I know that he probably isn't likely to come this summer, 100%. But I do feel like there's murmurs coming out already from the Atletico owner yesterday that they're looking to sell within the next 2 years. So they're going to be looking to cash in maybe and get as much money as possible. And the official thing when you look at it is, with João Felix, he's gone to an Atletico Madrid team, Baines, and he's not quite lit off the scene. But I don't think that's his fault fully. Personally, I don't think that's his fault. He's gone to a team that don't really suit him system-wise. He's not able to express himself. I just feel like he's a lion ready to rip his top and let go. And I just feel like coming to the Prem could be the perfect thing for him, because I do believe that he's got the physicality to play in the Premier League. And if Manchester United want to go big for a forward, I know there's Victor Osimhen's out there. I know there's obviously, I'm not going to say Calvert-Lewin we're going to get, but I'm just saying them type of strikers, like you said, the physical presence, Sesko's. If we could get someone like João Felix next summer for 70 million or whatever it is, 80 million, I am paying that, Baines. Like, I would love to see João. We've got Rashford playing off the left. Felix can also play there. He can play 10. He can play wide on the right. He can play the false 9. I just feel like he's got levels to his game that he hasn't let out yet. And I feel like we could be the club to do that. I don't want to see him at Chelsea. That's what I'm worried. I could see him going to Chelsea. I thought it was City, but now if it was in the Prem, that type of Chelsea forward, and I don't want them to have him. I think they'd ruin him.
Felix is an interesting one, isn't it? Because that's another player you're buying on what he can be, kind of thing, isn't it? Because let's be honest, he hasn't really. Like, don't get me wrong, he's shown glimpses of Atletico, but you would have expected him to kick on a bit more from what he was doing at Benfica and stuff, isn't it?
Would you take him?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Felix is a quality player, kind of thing.
And you do think he's quality? Oh, okay, you do think he's good.
This is what I say. Like, I feel like United just need to take a risk on what players can be sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, people can argue we're probably not in that position because our squad's so poor, but you sign someone, and if anyhow they bang to an incredible level, you're getting what, a player potentially worth over 150 million pounds. The example I always use,
2022.
you know, the example I always use. Look at Vinicius. Real paid big money when he was quite young from what was it, like a club in Brazil, innit? Look at him now. You're probably saying Vinicius Junior is over 150 million pound player.
Yep, facts. 100%. I love him.
You can sign like maybe 1 or 2, 3 of these players. Even if one bangs to an incredible level, you made your money basically.
Yeah, facts. And I think with him, he's still got physically, he's got time to develop. He's still going to mature. I thought he's like 24 nearly now, because I feel like he's been around so long. He actually is only 22 years of age. Like, it's the perfect time to be looking at João Felix within the next 2 years, because that's when you'll get the best out of him as well. He's not fully developed yet. You can see, like, in terms of his development in his brain, he is mature anyway. And I feel like he's got levels to come. And Sane, yes, I would. I was chatting to someone about him yesterday, actually, who's a Man City fan. And he was like, Sane, he believes he's hit his peak. Leroy Sane. I'm not going to say he's hit his peak. I just think what it is, people, when they go to Bayern Munich, it's quite easy just to get comfortable. You win in the league. Then when you get to the Champions League, it's a bit like PSG. Then you struggle at times, or you can excel. But I just feel like he's safe over there at Bayern Munich. I do feel like if he comes to the Prem, aesthetically, if that's the word, he's got the pace and the body to do well again in the Premier League. So yeah, I'll take Sane on the left.
I think it's just about consistency, because the first half of last season, Leroy Sane, people were saying was one of Bayern Munich's best players, isn't it? Second half, he kind of did fall off, and this is another one, by the way. Like, say if it is Real, because I think it will be, Real could take a risk on Endrick, for example, extremely high rate, paid a 40, 50 million pound release clause, and he could potentially be one of the best players, kind of thing, in world football.
Endrick, that's not the guy that I sent you a picture of the other day, is it? Who's the French under 16?
Oh, the Matthias Tell from Bayern Munich.
What's his name?
Matthias Tell.
Nah. I sent you some guy the other day, and you were like, I tweeted about him. He was like the best youngster you've seen.
Oh, the PSG guy.
Yeah.
What's that Zay Emery guy.
Yeah. Baines, all right, give me 2 seconds. I just spilled a drink all over me.
This guy is so childish, you know. This guy. Yeah, so Sane could be a decent gamble, though, innit? But I don't think Bayern Munich will probably be willing to sell him right now. Yeah, injuries is another thing with Sane. João Felix is a big waste of time. Nah, man. Like, let's be honest. João Felix is still a quality player, isn't it? He's still a quality player. And you're buying on what... He can literally be one of the best players in the world. Yeah, Zay Emery is incredible in my eyes. I genuinely think he's probably the best under-17 player I've seen. And what, he's 16 right now in the PSG squad.
Oh, is this the PSG done?
Yeah, he's 16
that's it.
in the PSG squad.
Yeah, that's the guy. See, I haven't watched enough of him, but I'm definitely going to now.
Just in right now. So what, Ronaldo isn't leaving? No. In my eyes, Ronaldo is still going to ask to leave in it today. But let's see in it.
Yeah, this is the interesting thing. There's stuff going on now. Like, obviously, we're on the show right now. I can't see if anything majors happen, but I'm just checking my chat now. No, I haven't been told any updates yet. So yeah, it seems to be all right. We'll just have to go, rock with it. Yeah, man. Also, obviously on the bright news as well, Martinez and Eriksen first day in training today. Obviously, it looks like Man United could play a behind closed doors game on Wednesday. So I think it's quite. I think apparently that's what I'm going to talk about on my show as well. That's what I was going to talk about. But obviously, briefly, it's nice to see them coming into the club and actually training 2 weeks before, because hopefully they might get a few minutes on the weekend. It might be too early, I think.
I'll be honest. I think they've been training with the under-21s in my eyes, isn't it? Because apparently, if you look at Martinez's followers right now, isn't it? He's followed a couple of the academy kids from United, isn't it? Yeah. And let's be honest, you only really do that if you train to.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that's where Martinez and potentially Eriksen would have been playing, kind of thing, innit? While the squad obviously were in Australia.
They might be fitter than what they think, because it's not like Martinez was still training at Ajax. And then obviously Eriksen, I reckon Eriksen is a professional. I think he keeps himself in quite good shape. So even if they can get 20, 30 minutes, then I'm happy for it. I just don't want him to get rushed in, because there's one thing I always remember. Patrice Evra, oh my God, his debut against Man City, you were young, you would have been young, Baines. You got subbed at halftime. It was horrendous. It was like one of the worst debuts ever. And I thought, oh my God, what have we signed as a left back? And all of a sudden, you turn into one of the best left backs I've ever seen. Personally, me growing up, him and Ashley Cole, sensational. And I'm just hoping with like Martinez, I just because it's weird. I don't want him to be rushed because Tenhag's desperate. Like I'm hoping that like with Varane, Bailly still here at the moment, Maguire, Lindelof, we've still got enough quality to beat Brighton. Like if Martinez is not fully fit and not ready, I don't want him to be rushed into the starting 11. I just want us to play him when he's ready. Even if he comes off the bench for 30 minutes in one of the Brighton games or the Brentford games, just to get him adjusted. I just don't want us to force it with him, and then he has a horrible debut, and then it's like pressure on a South American straight away. Because we've had Kleberson come in, we've had Gabriel Heinze here, who's okay. Like we've tried the South American thing.
There's over 160 people watching as well, by the way. So make sure you guys like the video.
Let me check.
I'm not too sure, but the thing I would say on Martinez, the way he benefits because he knows that Ten-Hag system, innit? Which is why I wouldn't be surprised, for example, if he comes in straight away. Like, don't get me wrong, I think we got 2 games, for example, on the weekend, Real Vallecano and Atletico Madrid. I think he will play. I think he plays in both, I'll be honest. I think he plays minimum 45 minutes in both.
Who's that?
Martinez.
What, you think he plays back-to-back, day-to-day?
Yeah, 45 minutes each.
No chance.
Why not?
No way.
No, because apparently the first team will play 90 minutes, isn't it?
He ain't playing back-to-back days. No chance.
He's going to be in the squad. Or fine, even like 45.
I've never seen that. I've never seen that in my life if that happens.
Well, so you don't think some players will play both days?
No.
I think people will.
You might be right. This is just a guessing game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think there'll be a team that play on a Saturday and a team that I think the team on Sunday. Basically, he's going to apparently play the stronger one on the Atletico game. And I think on the Sunday, it will be the youngsters / loan sell players. So he's going to basically give them minutes to put them in the window. So Erik Bailly might play. Alex Telles might play. Pelestri might play. So I think it'll be a mix. I think you'll see a strong 11 against Atletico that's going to play in the Brighton game. And you'll see a team that is like youngsters / staying / players going out on loan or selling clubs. And I think that's what we'll do. They'll put them in the market.
No, I hear that, but I still think 45 minutes and 30 minutes is not outrageous in my eyes.
Nah,
not he's not flying from.
He hasn't played a game yet, though.
Nah, we're saying he might play against Wrexham, for example, wasn't it? When that club friendly.
That's not back to back. If he plays Wrexham on Wednesday and then plays 45 there and then 45 on the weekend, cool. But no way is any player playing 45 and 45 Saturday, Sunday. Babe, this ain't going to the cage, playing 5-a-side football with your boys.
Listen, if I can do it, these lot can do it, innit? And then someone said one's in Oslo, the other's in Manchester. Come on, man. It ain't from Australia to Manchester, is it? Come on, man.
Then listen, babes. Like Zeke says, look, I think there's gonna be two different squads. No player, like Hayer says, will play 45 minutes.
Right, listen,
bro, these are professionals, intensity.
Fine. We're not professionals. We can go Power League and play for 2 hours, innit? There's no excuse that Martinez can't. I ain't having it. The gas up this guy, whatever, like Argentinian aggressiveness here. Go play 45 minutes in 2 days, man. Show me what you're about.
Oh,
I want to see those left-footed passes, man.
Nah, Baines, man, that can't happen. That
Nah,
can't
man.
happen.
If I can do it, these lot can do it. I got
I
faith.
don't feel like Baines. Someone's doubting your football tech. Man said Baines ain't kick ball.
Nah. Listen, if I can go, these lot can go. I can't lie. This is the main thing, and I just want to see him on Sunday when I go to Old Trafford. I am praying Ronaldo's there. You
know what I said? You know what's so funny? I said to my missus yesterday. Yeah, I was talking about you.
20.
And I was like, yeah, Baines. Yeah, I said he went to watch Man United, and I was telling her about the goal disallowed, and I said Baines needs to go again. Like he has
I
to go
celebrated
again.
that for that brief second. With Ronaldo as well, I was like, yeah, this is my moment. They're all gonna do the celebration together.
Honestly,
like I got my phone out to record it. I still got the video of it.
Was it a tapping? Was it a tapping against Watford?
Of course.
Yeah, we drew 0-0. I can't believe it. Oh, do you know what? Them days are over. This is why I'm so happy again now. I could be happy again. Like them days are over. I don't believe there'll be many games this season where we don't score at home. We will score.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll find a way to go to a bit more games next year, innit?
We will score.
Like we've already said it. We're trying to sort out tickets.
Yeah,
I can't lie, man. I am adamant. I probably would have got tickets for that Brighton game if we went for the Barcelona thing.
I know, man.
If I had the Wi-Fi, I would have gone. I would have got tickets, which is so frustrating, kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I hope. Do you know what? I know. Obviously, I'm going. I just hope we win. If I go up there, first game of the season, and we don't win, that 3.5-hour journey back will be the most painful ever. Because I was there when Ronaldo made his debut, yeah. And obviously, people, if you watch my content, hopefully you'll think I'm a realist. That's what me and Baines always link up. When I left that stadium when Manchester United beat Newcastle 4-1, yeah, we were lucky in that game over the 90 minutes. The highlights won't tell you, but we were lucky. But people outside the stadium, we're winning the league. Viva Ronaldo! It was like something I've never seen before, and I was like, it's actually crazy what a signing and a 4-1 win can do. Because you don't forget, yeah, we were top when we finished that game. Cause like the fourth game of the season, we would actually top that day.
No, I'll be honest. I don't think it was because it's because it's Cristiano Ronaldo. The buzz is different, innit?
It had people's brains going.
Yeah, man, the 3 hours from Manchester Piccadilly to Euston Station, man, is long, especially if you lose. When you drew against Watford, I was contemplating life, and I was like, flipping, that's it, top four's gone, innit?
Life.
I watched Ronaldo in the second half, and I'm like, my guy really died in 4K.
You're replaying the goal in your head. You're like, why couldn't you be offside? Like, why?
When you're just on the phone, just scrolling through your camera roll, seeing the videos.
Painful. It's so honestly, big up Zanos as well. I don't live in London. I live just north of London, so I actually drive to Manchester, and it's still a 3.5-hour trip. But yeah, man, I've been to United before. We drew 1-1 with Wolves, and I was like, oh, it was so painful. I think Fred scored, and then they scored late on. And it was just long, man. Like, there's nothing worse than going to your team on the opening day or whatever. So I'm just hoping that obviously we have a good win. Brighton, do you know what? Random question. Because obviously Basuma's gone, and obviously I've still got Cucurella at the moment. Do you think we might underestimate them first game, or do you think Ten Hag?
I don't think Ten Hag allows that.
Nah, nor do I.
And let's be honest. How can you underestimate Brighton, for example, when you drew against Villa? I said we needed that humbling. These players needed that humbling because I'll be honest. Let's be honest. Some of the fans were getting carried away, kind of thing, innit? And some of the fans were literally thinking we are guaranteed top four because of how we started the first 3 games, which is why I'm happy that happened, innit? Because it was a bit of a reality check, and I feel like we needed that. And let's be honest, Aston Villa, Premier League opposition, they played their first team. That's close to how games potentially could be, and we're still going to see some old habits. But at the same time, I said it before, the pitch was horrendous, innit? Which is my biggest problem with that game. But I wanted to touch on another thing. Erik Bailly. Yeah. Mourinho wants Erik Bailly at Roma. Thoughts?
A very good move for Mourinho and a very good move for Bailly. Do you know what? I love Bailly. I don't want to see him go, by the way. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to see him go, but I understand that the right offer comes in. Yeah, the right offer comes in and then he wants to go, then we accept it because we need to get rid of players like Brandon Williams and more. But Erik Bailly to Italy makes sense, man. He could be Colossus over there. If he stays fit, he suits that league down to a T. Mourinho brought him to England. He played well for Mourinho in the first year. I think 30 games. That was his best season so far for us when he joined. And I just think he's got everything you need as a modern day fullback. Quick, strong, athletic, good in the air, can pass, and I think it's a slower league over there as well. So you're probably less risk of getting injuries because the intensity is less Baines. People don't realize as you get older, Like the slower league you play in, like the better it is for your body. I think that is a perfect move. Like there's nothing more to be said really. I think what Chris Smalling and him would be at the back, and then they got Mancini as well. Like that's not bad. Like for Roma, like it's not amazing by the way. There's no like good. I wouldn't say there's no amazing names, but like Mourinho, he'll be able to get something out of them, and that's what matters for Mourinho. Do you know what I mean?
Make sure you guys like the video as well. Let's get to 100 likes. But I wanted to ask you, how much would you take for Erik Bailly?
16 million.
16?
Yeah.
You think we get that?
I think we probably get 12.
I'll take 12.
I think we get 12, but I would like 16 million because the potential. I'm adding the potential into. I think, if he was fully fit, he'd be starting for me as Man United centre back. He hands down. But
yeah, but he's not.
How old is he now? 27, 28? How many years? I don't know how many years left in his deal. But yeah, if we
signed a new contract last year, didn't he?
Yeah. Okay. If we go to 15 million, I'll take 15 million. I think that'd be good. We got 10 million for Pereira. Do you know what I mean? That's 20 million euros as well, especially for them. Like, they could get a good 4 years out of him. So, yeah, man. Do you know what, Baines? Think how much Bailly would be worth if he stayed fit. And he'd be like the Rudiger. You know, Rudiger went on a free.
If but to maybes.
Yeah,
that's Erik Bailly and a lot of United players summed up in it. If they had a better manager, if they could stay fit, they haven't showcased their abilities to a good enough level that we're impressed with. If the right offer comes in, man, we have to let these guys.
There's too many centre backs as well. So what would that would leave Varane, Maguire.
I think we're 7 right now,
Martinez, and we've still got Tuanzebe and Telles played at centre back even at times. Like
we
need to get rid of some players. We have to get rid of some players. It's mad though, like innit? Like Maguire and Lindelof, obviously they're not as good as Erik Bailly, but the truth is, people, is that they're fitter. And what do we need this season? It's the busiest year that potentially we're going to have. We're starting August the 6th, earlier than ever.
5 games in August, 10 games in October with Europa League.
10 in October, babes. We're going to be doing content, like literally, can't wait with it.
And Varane as well. Like people need, like it's not like Bailly's like the only injury-prone centre back. We got Rafa Varane. He can't stay fit to save his life right now.
Yep.
Like I was surprised that he played the other day though. And that picture was like, I don't know about that tenhag.
So was I. So, but he needs minutes somewhere, somehow.
And this is another thing. Brandon Williams potentially £50 million to Brighton. What do you think about that? Because I'll be honest, if we get £15 million for it, boy, listen.
I'll be honest with you. I think if we get 50 million for him, that's a brilliant deal on our part.
Sam Malacia for less.
Yeah.
Metal Madness, come back, let's go.
You know what? Listen, Liverpool have done it. Liverpool, look at they were selling like Brad Jones and other players for like 8 million. Brad Smith, I think, went to Bournemouth. Look at Solanke.
Back up.
Like, you know what I mean? What do you say?
Look at the picture. We're back up in it. Metal Madness.
Oh, sorry, I was doing something. I was on YouTube. Love that. I was writing a comment on your thing. I can't lie. That'd be a steal, man. 12 to 15 million for like, that's insane. To be fair, you know what I mean. So, I'm taking it. We need, we need to see outgoings. As much as our squad is short, it's only short in certain areas. There are certain areas where, we need investment, and there's certain areas where we need to sell. And it's down to Murta and the board to get this done over the next few weeks, man. Like they have to. It's on them.
Big up Adewale. By being injured, the same man as Maguire and Lindelof last 18 months, guys. Swear down. That's mad, but I
no, that's probably true actually, because Biz even said it. Remember, Biz said, if you look at 18 months, Bailly's actually been fit, just not selected. Adewale, that's a great point.
But remember, if you flip it the other way, we can probably argue the more Bailly plays, the more he gets injured, didn't it? Just because of his play style. Because that's what I think Mark argued, didn't it, during that time? Yeah. And let's be honest here. You see with Bailly, even though I like Bailly, you see sometimes the way he defends. You are going to get injured kind of thing, playing like that. Yeah. Like, he does need to kind of tone down his game to an extent, even though I feel like that could potentially take away why we like Erik Bailly so much, innit? So I don't know, man. Like, it's an interesting one when it comes to Erik Bailly.
It is.
But I'll be honest, like, he benefits. Like the thing is, if we're talking who's the best defender out of Bailly, Maguire, Lindelof, I think everyone will agree is Erik Bailly, innit?
Facts. Yeah, I agree with you. Can't go wrong with it. I'm intrigued to see what happens now. You know what? Because all these people are obviously at Carrington today. I see that comment down below about getting Sir Alex in.
Baines, your favourite, Martial. Let's not do it.
Is it? Oh, is it what? So before I do Bays, was he a secret Martial? Like, is that what it was?
You're acting like I hate Anthony Martial.
I'm just saying.
You know, I had an Anthony Martial post in my room.
I'm just saying what they're saying.
No, I don't hate Anthony Martial. The way it looks like I hate him because I criticize him more than most people, innit? Because we know what you can be. Big up Hadaweli again. Still thinks he fits tenhag's system better than Lindelof and Maguire. He should have been given a chance with the first team. You know what? Preseason, like the next 2 games are going to be interesting, innit? Where let's be honest, I feel like I wouldn't say any defenders kind of disappointed me during preseason massively. Maybe No, I mean like centre backs.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like maybe Lindelof should have done better for the Melbourne goal. Maybe Maguire could have done better for that goal as well. But I feel like most have done all right, kind of thing. But Varane's been disappointing, already injured.
Yeah.
And apparently, Bailly wants to sit down with Ten Hag as well, innit?
Yeah, he wants to stay.
Yeah, like I think he wants to stay if he's guaranteed a bit more minutes, innit? So let's see how.
Yeah, that's
like Ten Hag sees him, innit? Because let's be honest, there's still a player in Erik Bailly. We seen it in pre-season. Like that first game against Liverpool is brilliant. Second game, he had moments where he made mistakes, but overall he was fine, kind of thing, innit? So let's see what happens with Erik Bailly. And someone said, but no, trust me, Baines became a Martial hater when Ronnie said, nah, this ain't true, you know. Because watch the red talk from the season before when Martial played against Newcastle, I think it was, when me and Ranks had that back and forth. I was criticizing Martial then because he weren't scoring enough goals and people were making excuses. Someone said Baines compared Martial to Joe Linton.
I was on that stream.
No, but you see that comparison.
Joe Linton actually had a banging season.
Listen, he benefited from that comparison. That's all I'm saying. But secondly, you know where that comparison came from? It came from you saying a year ago people were comparing Martial to Benzema, innit?
Yeah.
And then what did I say? What are you comparing him to now? Joe Linton, because they had the same amount of goals.
Yeah. I actually remember that because Kendall was loving it.
Yeah, exactly. I don't hate Martial. We just facts during that time, isn't it?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
But anyway, listen, let's wrap up this video. Let's wrap it up with the ideal situation from Ten Hag's meeting today with Ronaldo.
Ronaldo stays and accepts that he's got to be a squad role and rotating. That's if Ronaldo stays, that's the only outcome I want. That's the only outcome I want. And then second of all, like this video because it's the 100th video for Statman Baines on this channel. And please also come straight over to Trafford Tunnel because me and Baines are live now. We're going to do like a 30-minute show just talking about the Ronaldo situation and what I got told today as well. And please subscribe to Trafford Tunnel with the title, man. So keep supporting.
Yeah, my ideal situation, listen, Ronaldo stays, but is on Ten Hag's terms and is not on the players' terms because I think that's what the best thing could be in it.
Yeah, facts.
Like the manager has the biggest say. But let's see what happens because I do think Ronaldo will say he wants to leave in it.
Yeah. And you know what? We're live now on Trafford Tunnel, so something might break in the next half an hour. But if not, make sure you like this video, people. Subscribe. Statman on his way to 6K. And we'll see you on the other side.
Make sure you guys click the link here, like the video, and I'll be back tomorrow with Hodge, which is always interesting. So big up everyone for watching. We'll be back soon.